These questions and the moral issue of same-sex marriage are, I think, extremely pertinent to our current lives. Just a few weeks ago, for instance, a federal judge in Alabama, which is traditionally a very conservative state, ruled against that state's ban on same-sex marriage. Um, as I speak, as I make this video, the Supreme Court in the United States is considering whether or not bans on same-sex marriage by individual states is within the confines of the U.S. Constitution, or if it goes against the U.S. Constitution. And they are expected to make a ruling sometime soon. Um, I can also say that, I've been teaching this course for about 4 or 5 years now, but it's been about 2 years since I've actually covered this moral issue, same-sex marriage, in class. I cover different issues each semester, and I covered same-sex marriage back in 2013. And in the 2 years since I've taught this lesson or covered this issue, um, our country has gone from 14 states that allow same-sex marriage to 36 states that allow same-sex marriage. In 2 years, 22 states have gone from prohibiting to allowing this practice. That's not to say that they are necessarily correct in doing so. They may be. Um, I just think it's interesting to note that this moral issue is not dead. It's alive, right? People are thinking about this moral issue, changing their minds, establishing their views. Um, there is an ongoing intellectual, legal, and ethical, moral debate going on. Let's get involved in this debate. Let's be engaged with this issue that is part of our current lives. We will do so by engaging with two opposing arguments on the issue from Maggie Gallagher and Evan Wolfson. We will turn our attention to those arguments in a moment. I would just also like to say that I think that this is probably one of the moral issues that many of us have thought about and contemplated and perhaps established our views on. So I would just ask us to remain open-minded when we approach this issue and these two arguments from Gallagher and Wolfson. I think that perhaps Evan Wolfson's argument will be one that's more familiar to most people, but Maggie Gallagher's argument, I think, is an argument that is more unique. And so let's, again, stay open-minded while we consider these opposing arguments. Let's go.